This is going to be a longer video, but also super important. And it's really important that you watch it right now as we enter potentially the next bull market. So this is based on a post on a newsletter by Victor, who writes for Crypto Narratives. That's his newsletter, and basically he has written this super important piece on how to catch a few 20x to 100x coins during the next bull market. Not only that, but he also writes about 2021, and this summary is super important because summarizing what happened in 2021 allows you to understand what might happen in 2024, 25 as we enter this bullish territory. So we're going to see what will happen next in the crypto market, but it's important to understand what was happening in 2021 and why most of the people actually got wrecked along the way, round tripping all the gains. So if you're not aware, round tripping means that basically you are up massively, but then you hold for too long to never sell and then go back to where you started or even below that. So people made millions on paper and then round trip all the gains back to where they started. So that was very sad, and many people did that because basically it's super hard to sell. You will see on, for example, if you're on Twitter, if you're on YouTube or any other social platform, people telling you not to sell, to wait. And basically they tell that as we enter and go down and down and down. And it's always like that. So the main thing that you should take from this video and from what we're going to see is that in a bull market, there are intense periods of super gains of like a couple of months that will get you to 5, 10x, and then the slower period around that. So if you look at 2021, that was the end of 2021, basically from June to the end of the year. But also there was a period before that started basically end of 2020 and then the beginning of 2021 when NFTs were all around the world, and then the beginning of 2022 when we had these moments before the Luna collapsed. So that's super important. Now, let's get started with the article. That was my introduction, but there are many important lessons here to be learned from this text. I'm going, of course, to post the link down below in the description if you want to read it. Also, there's going to be some kind of a summary, but I want to go through it basically one by one. So there are a couple of lessons to prepare for the bull market. So first of all, shiny new coins outperform and old coins underperform. So people that were betting on the coins that were the top runners in 2017 were really didn't get much in 2021. You could see the list. That's the list in 2017. You could see on top a couple of them, of course, were there, like of course Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Cardano, but then Bitcoin Cash disappeared totally. IOTA, Dash, NEM, Monero, they are all still here, but they are definitely worth much less. EOS, NEO, and so on. On the other hand, the new coins that appeared basically in 2017, all in 2021, all got super runs. So this is really important to also look at the new stuff, because people prefer to actually bet on something that is unproven yet rather than on something that is super proven. And basically those super proven coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum are going to stay here and going to stay here for longer because people tend to go back to those coins. So whenever they're up on any altcoin, they tend to go back to BTC. So most coins underperform BTC before the bull run really starts. So we're in the middle of a bear market and you think we're close to the bottom. That's obviously the best time to buy BTC and ETH to hold until the next bull run. So the moment, that was basically the moment in end of 2022, beginning 2023. That was, in retrospect, of course, the best moment to be buying BTC and ETH, so you could get the best price for both of the coins. And both of those coins already run 2x from the bottom at the very least, or almost 3x. And we're going to see other coins actually outperforming them towards the end, because we have seen that, for example, in the beginning 2023, end of 2023, beginning 2024, we have many coins like Solana, top AI coins. They were running 5 to 10x. So that's very, very interesting. So if history had to repeat itself, this is what we should expect. BTC with ETH perhaps should have a period where it takes off on its own and altcoins lag behind. BTC dominance goes up, then suddenly the rotation kicks in, and that's when altcoins start going crazy. So you have this moment of BTC should go super high up and then a little bit down, and people will go back and rotate into different altcoins. Of course, I should mention, and probably will mention that a couple of times, nothing here is financial advice. You should always do your research, and in case of any problems, of course, consult your financial advisor or do research on your own. So this is about BTC. Interpretation of Victor is that for a long-term investor, the bottom to buy on November 2022 was for BTC and ETH. And while the best time to buy the right altcoins was around June 2023, so after this rotation happened. There are a lot of differences between the performance of the altcoins. ETH underperformed BTC in 2023. Some old altcoins have been underperforming BTC in the last few months too, while selected altcoins have outperformed the market by a large margin. So this is also interesting. We're probably entering this very interesting period right now because as we're getting closer to ATH, which is for BTC 69K, for Ethereum this is something around, I guess, 4,800. So once BTC touches something like 70,000 and once ETH touches something like 5,000, this is the probably full-blown euphoria. People are coming back, and you will also have normal friends outside of crypto coming back and asking you about how it is in crypto and what they should buy and do. Now, when that moment happens, you should be prepared for what's happening, and that's why I'm recording this video. So most of the gains are concentrated in a few months, and this is really important. This is what I wanted to underline here as well, because basically you have this period you had that in 2021, that, for example, you had in 2021, it was from January to May, then we had the crash, very small one, and then from August to November, that was like full-blown bull market of up-only period of people posting basically that they're super bullish. And there's this famous GCR tweet. So GCR is one of the top traders, massive net worth in crypto. And he tweeted that basically you should be sacrificing your weekends to give everything you have to harvesting all possible yield out of this market. Oh, you're 22 and want to have fun with your friends. You will never have such easy opportunities for generational wealth, even if you live another 8 years. So that was October 2021, the peak of the mania. And he was right. He was right. Maybe we will see another such opportunities because in the end, people love to dodge and they love to gamble online. And basically, crypto is one big casino sometimes. So this is why it might happen again and again and again. But this kind of bull markets are happening all over different markets, and they happen usually every couple of years or every dozen of years. So here's how a couple of coins really got a quick pumps, and we tend to forget them in a bear market because nothing is really happening for months, and then even 5% up is a lot. But then in a bull market, you really have those crazy gains. So for example, CHZ got 30x in 1 month in February, BNB 8x in 20 days, Polkadot got 8x also in 2 months, Sushi got 6x in 1 month, Aave 6x as well, Hot 35x and Joe 60x. So I'm mentioning those coins and Victor is mentioning them as well because those are not like small meme coins. Of course, you probably see stories in meme coins like that all the time, especially right now, for example, on Solana. But meme coins are different because they start from the super small cap, market cap. So even if they go 20x, you can't really enter in them with size. You can go from $10 to like $1,000, which is absolutely amazing. But if you start with $1,000, then probably it's very hard to do anything substantial with that in meme coins. Well, maybe 1,000 is fine, but you really have to know more and more about the team, about the project once you enter higher territories. On the other hand, those larger coins give you these opportunities because they're already tested. And for example, BNB or Polkadot are really big coins when it comes to the market cap. So doing 8x in 20 days or 2 months is really amazing. And that's why it's super crazy. It's like Solana would go from $100 to $500 basically in 2 months right now. If you have to compare that situation, which might happen, I don't know. Of course, not a financial advice. Nothing here is purely educational content. So this is important to remember, because if you were around for the bear market, you still might have this PTSD, and you're be super careful, take profits all the time, rotate. So if you survive that, you were getting rewarded for that behavior in a bear market. But that's not how you should go on with the bull market, because some pumps are going to go so much higher than you could have ever thought. And this is basically another reminder of what really happened, and some kind of other insane multiples. So basically Doge went up close to 10x in a day in January 2021, while it was already $1 billion coin. So even meme coins were running crazy to absolutely absurd valuations, and still you could basically mid-curve that, saying that it's not possible, there is no utility, it's only a meme coin, but still, it was going to $10 billion anyway, whether you like it or not. And there are other moves like that. So, for example, things like Theta market cap went from 1 billion to 12 billion in 3 months. Rune, Phil, ICP launched at $250 billion fully diluted valuation, which was crazy. Gala reached 5 billion valuation at the top, while it was a $5 million market cap project at the beginning of the year 2021. So it basically did 1000x. In terms of valuation, which was totally crazy, and you can see everything going up here. So all the valuations going up. Of course, not all the coins are winning the same. You still have to pick your winners and do your research carefully. So it's not like whatever you do, you'll do well. I should also mention, because this is somehow often discussed, sometimes diversification in crypto doesn't work because everything is connected. You can diversify across different baskets. So you can diversify, saying buying stocks or real estate and so on, but you can't really diversify well in crypto because everything is connected still to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is going down, basically everything will go down. If Bitcoin is going up, everything will go up. Of course, then you can try to pick better winners than Bitcoin. And if you outperform Bitcoin, this is what you should strive for in the end. But you should remember that Bitcoin is kind of an index of crypto. So if you want to just go and diversify in crypto, rather just buy Bitcoin and just stay in Bitcoin rather than trying to do everything. Because if you try to compute that and the potential gains, so for example, if you invest in 50 different coins and you put the same amount of money in 50 different coins, then basically some of them will give you, and some of them say will give you even 100x, but some of them will go like 95% down. Then basically if you count that down, you might really perform and get probably something between 50 to 100%, which is not that great. I mean, on the paper, you will hit like 100x, but if you look at the capital that you entered with and how many coins you bought, you will end up with 50% to 2x, while buying Bitcoin might actually turn out to be a better opportunity. So and then your attention is also valuable. You shouldn't fade the fact that basically you have limited finite attention and you really can't cater to all the projects. It's much better to actually choose 2 to 3 projects, maybe 5 that you really believe in and can follow on a daily basis, looking after them. Again, not a financial advice, but you should do your own research before jumping into any projects. Now, we're going to the part where what really happened in 2021 and this nice summary of different projects. So first of all, there are a couple of different themes of 2021 that allowed you for the best gains. DeFi 1.0, so DeFi, the classical DeFi that started in 2020. There was the summer of 2020, was focused on DeFi with launches of like Uniswap, and then you had biggest winners being Aave, SNX. You had also Sushi, but basically they were doing like 500, 1000x. So that was pretty crazy. Then there was the Altcoins. So different things like Sol, which was launching back then, Luna, AVAX, of course, Luna before it imploded, FTM, Phantom, ADA, BNB, and AGLD, all those different altcoin ones. We're probably seeing that right now. So actually, I should comment that basically we're starting to seeing some of the narrative coming back. So the history doesn't repeat itself, but history rhymes. This is the saying, and basically it rhymes because DeFi 2.0 or 3.0, whatever you want to call it right now, is coming, and those are different kind of, for example, exchanges, for example, things like well, maybe I shouldn't really talk about the concrete projects because I don't know how they will do, but they're connected to different airdrops. So for example, like things like, or maybe I should, but of course not a financial advice, but things like RabbitX, Evo, Hyperliquid, there are those new different exchanges that add different coins on top. They're on chain, they're doing interesting stuff, and there are different DeFi projects that try to fractionalize things like NFTs. You have Wasabi protocol for perps. There are different things in a DeFi ecosystem that are coming that are very interesting, and of course different on-chain things as well. So that's interesting. For alts, that's also true. You have things that are coming like Celestia, so modular blockchains, Dimension. You have projects like Berachain that it's yet to launch, different L2s also. So that's another thing, but that's also coming. So you probably will have new blockchains that will be launched and will be super popular. So you have to remember that here. The Alto L1 ecosystem playbook was basically looking for these new ecosystems. So in crypto, this is what Victor is saying. In crypto, whenever coin pumps, traders are looking for the tokens that are related to the pumping coin or that should logically follow. That's why when an Alt L1 coin pumps, people start to look for all the tokens that are in this Alt L1 ecosystem. And that's because people like narratives. Because the market cap is smaller and they want to expect that the pump is harder and act as beta to the L1 coin. So people are looking for these betas. This is not always working, but that's why we're having narratives in crypto, and that's why there are, for example, one AI coin going up, there you will have other AI coins going up as well in this category. So for example, BSC had its season during the first 2 months of 2021. BNB started its huge run up from 40 to 700 at the top dollars, and Cake, which was the main DEX on BSC, basically went up 50x in a month. For some traders, Cake was the best trade for the whole 2021 bull run, and that was basically looking for the beta play to BNB. A second example, Avalanche ecosystem. AVAX experienced a strong start in 2021, then dumped severely in May, 70%. So that was, in between those smaller peaks. And then was one of the strongest coins to recover in August 2021. Naturally, people started to look for beta coins, and the Avalanche DEX coin Joe went up 50x in 2 weeks, another kingmaker trade. Pangolin was the other main DEX on Avalanche, but its price has only been multiplied by 4 in the same time. So DEXs might be interesting. Besides that, you can think about Mcoins, money market, perp DEX, CDP, launchpads, and so on. So that's basically the main thing. When you miss the coin for the L1, you can look for those different main protocols that people are using. Now, Metaverse was big. That was the moment when also Facebook rebranded to Meta. And you have 3 leaders in this category: Sant, Mana, and Gala. All of them went close to 10x in a month, and the only thing you had to do was to buy them once. Meta made its announcement, and even if they already pumped 20% on the news. So that was pretty interesting. You had also Axis, and that went completely crazy during the summer of 2021, and people were looking for the next Axie Infinity. The lesson here is be aware of the tech and real world trends out of crypto, because it's in a risk-on environment, and if a tech trend has some relation to crypto, it will definitely become a thing in crypto too, as we saw with the metaverse and gaming mania. So gaming probably will be coming back, but for 2024, I think the most thing that it's similar to metaverse is definitely AI, ChatGPT, and then different things like Gemini, different models, different news that are coming with massive money in the traditional markets. That basically has a counterpart in AI. So this is really interesting, and this is what I'm also looking at. Looking at different coins, I'm basically covering all the AI coins that I can find, because what I was doing and still I'm doing in a real life outside of crypto is basically AI. I have a background in machine learning. I've been building multiple startups in AI, so this part also interests me a lot, and I think that. Crypto in general gives you this opportunity to speculate on anything, especially AI. So if you don't have, for example, allocation in those private rounds of the most popular startups in AI world, you can still bet on something similar in crypto, and that's probably the biggest promise of crypto when it comes to AI here. And I would definitely look for coins that, well, they will be mostly vaporwave, as Victor is writing, but that's okay. I mean, you shouldn't look for the best technology in the crypto market, because if you really have the best technology, you would basically go to Silicon Valley, to Sam Hill Road investors, and raise dozens of millions of dollars and basically bring this tech to the market. You don't need crypto for that. But of course, there are a couple of projects that are trying to, for example, decentralized computations, decentralized machine learning training, and those make sense. But many of the AI coins that will probably do 10x, 20x, and so on are simply vaporware, and there's nothing there. But even though they will be great for speculation, so you still should be paying attention. Now, another category that's of course will be the forever category in crypto is meme coins. Meme coins are eternal and they are coming back, but of course people like to bet on new meme coins. So the only meme coin that is going through the different cycles is Dogecoin. I don't know what will happen with the previous contender. So you still have SHIB, which is one of the top coins, but definitely it's not performing as well as it was in 2021. Also, you have new coins, new entrants like Bonk, like Wave, like a couple of other coins like Pepe, of course, like Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama Sonic 10 Inu, and a couple of other new entrants that were happening in the 2023, 2022, and then they might be posed for the next bull market. Because this is, if you look for example, SHIB reached $40 billion market cap. So this is absolutely crazy. The value at the beginning of 2021 was less than $5 million. So it really started as a small meme coin, and this basically went all the way to the top coins in the top 20 coins of 2021. A lot of other meme coins that reach crazy valuations like SafeMode, 17 billions, Elon, more than 1 billion, Akita, 1.5, Floki, 3 billions. Those coins do not have any near close to that valuation right now. Most went down quite a lot because meme coins are super speculative. Now, other new narrative is that you have NFTs, and the NFTs were really, there was an NFT mania, because basically people, especially the main market, discovered NFTs as a new asset class. So CryptoPunks were the most crazy one. They started pretty low in 2021, and then suddenly they went up to 100 ETH within the span of a couple of months. Of course, you have like Bored API Club, Pudgy Penguins, Art Blocks that started, and then a couple of other collections that were minted in 2021. So I believe some of them might be coming back in 2024 and 25 because of the nostalgia simply, and you see that happening. So I would definitely look for some of the coins that some of the NFTs that might be coming back, but definitely you will have new NFT collections that will cater to the new audience, and we might see the same mania because in general people like collecting stuff, and NFTs are the best thing that you can collect on chain. They are basically coins with nice pictures, and they provide you with a new identity online, because you can have this nice picture as your profile pic on Twitter, which is actually a huge utility. So NFTs probably will be coming back, but I don't know in what form exactly. Now, thoughts about cycles. We're getting closely to the end here with what's happening, and here's how to play rotations to maximize profit. So this is really interesting part here. Now, crypto trading is a game of rotations from narrative to narratives, and while it is close to impossible to nail all the short-term rotations, there are a few lessons that we can keep in mind. Some narratives remain strong during the bull market. For example, Altcoin trade never stopped, especially Sol, Luna, AVAX, but most trends last around 1 month, so that is the first thing to know. The meat of a pump usually happens during a few weeks to 1 month. After that, there is a fatigue, and the attention of the market switches to something else. Of course, this is a very rough pattern, and some coins manage to outperform during several consecutive months, but usually if people have been talking a lot about something for a month straight, think about Metaverse in November 2021, be aware that the trend could be exhausted. So people get exhausted, the trend is exhausted as well. As we go through a bull run, people tend to crank up the risk. This means that the main narrative at the beginning of a bull run might have some strong fundamentals, but as the time goes on, Traders will be looking for more and more risky things with higher and higher yields and things that make less and less sense. That's why also people are not selling. They try to find higher risk, higher reward things, and this is how you're getting wrecked and round trip everything. So for example, 2020, 2021, Link, strong fundamentals, was the best performer for the bear market. Then we had DeFi summer, then we had the BTC run, and then during the first part of the bull run, some legit DeFi coins were among the top performers: Aave, NX, Rune, and Uni. But in the following months, it got more and more degen with Vaporware overvalued at a few billions FDV, Metaverse gaming, ultra high yield pure Ponzinomics, seen as the future of France, Olympus DAO, with forks and forks and forks of forks, Olympus forks and Wonderland time. And that was different top signals, basically different games that launched at over $1 billion valuations and so on. So this is the kind of the top signal. And once everyone is basically going into this top signal saying that it has to go even higher, you should probably look for the exit. Again, not a financial advice. If a coin has been the best performer of the bear market, it is unlikely to outperform during the whole bull cycle. At least this has been true in 2021, but it was a singular bull run insofar it was clearly divided into two parts: before May 2021 and then after July 2021. A lot of coins that have been very strong during the bear market topped around May 2021 or even before. Aave, SNX, Rune, Theta, KSM, Sushi, and Link and Monster during 2019-2020 topped in BTC during the DeFi summer. So there's this change between a bull market and a bear market, and basically you should be able to spot new coins for the bull market. The best performers for the bear market are probably the most stable ones. They won't be moving so quickly in a bull market. People are looking again for new shiny things. So promising signs for a great pump and then a great dump, and this is pretty interesting. So he also analyzes main characters. So people in crypto are, I think, really inclined to form different cults around personalities, around ideas, because there's money involved and there are those different shiny new objects, shiny new technology. You're probably, Bitcoin Maxi or Ordinal Maxi or ZK Rollup fan or Zcape technology is zero proof, zero knowledge technology is the future and so on. And you can basically have those cults being worshipped. So there are a couple of cults from the previous bull cycle, of course, SBF being the top, CZ of Binance, Suzu, the godlike investor who was talking about super cycle, Elon Musk, obviously, because he was talking about the Doge quite a lot and basically made it go to 100 billion market cap. Of course, not by himself, but he was definitely one of the main characters when it comes to Doge. You had Do Kwon, the founder of Luna, Richard Hart of Hex, Chas Hoskinson of Cardano, Andre Cronje of Phantom, and Daniele Sestagli, Timespell and Ice. So those different people were basically celebrated as the main figures when it comes to the bull market. Some of them, they ended up badly. Some of them are still around. So we're going to see what will happen in 2024. So cult times Ponzi is pumping up on the horizon. So actually, if you're looking for the shorter term investments, cultish aspects actually might be a good thing. Ponzinomics usually mean very high yield that ends up being unsustainable in one form or another. One example of that is Luna, but of course beware of the cultish aspect, because cultish aspects make you not sell anything, but this is also making other people not sell. So if you can exit in a good moment, you are the winner. If you can't, then basically you go down with the ship. And we had the examples of that when it comes to Luna, Olympus DAO, Hex to a certain extent. I mean, Hex is still around, and of course, Richard Hart is still building, so we're going to see how it happens. So this is it for the article. This is basically different lessons from 2021. I think it's very interesting, especially if you compare the list of what coins were around in 2017, what coins are now around. I think that the biggest takeaways from this is that, first of all, there are new narratives around the corner, especially AI might be big. Alt narratives are also around the corner, so alt ones, and then you have also meme coins, NFTs, but there are also new things coming along the way. So NFT mania might be totally different because Bitcoin ordinals are quite a big thing right now. People are also minting on new chains, so it might not be at all Ethereum based, especially that Ethereum is pretty expensive when it comes to gas fees. Again, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes, and there might be some things that are similar in the approaching bull market that we have seen in 2021. Thank you for watching, subscribe to the channel, and of course, see you in the next video.